Hello students, I am Omkar Deshpande, lecturer, Department of Commerce, KLS Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belgavi. After completing the first topic, we are going to start second topic, principles of management. Okay, in this topic you are going to learn about the principles in the management. To run the management, there will be many principles will be there which help you in taking certain kind of a decisions. Okay, now what is this principles of management? The principles of management are the activities that plan, organize and control the operations of the basic elements of people, material, machines, method, money and market, providing directions and controlling and giving leadership to human efforts to achieve objectives. Okay, the management principles are the broad and general guidelines which helps manager in decision making. I can give a small example. Suppose in your house any function will be going on, any functions is arranged. Okay, so in that function the work will be divided among different people, so that is called as the division of work. Now this division of work is one of the principles. Okay, so like that you are going to learn there are many principles are there. With the help of this principle, it helps you to take certain kind of decision. Whenever any kind of a situation comes, you will able to understand how you are going to manage that situation by referring to these principles. Okay, so let us start with this topic. First, meaning of principles of management. Okay, principles are these statements of fundamental truth about some phenomena that provide guidelines for decision making and action. Now see, the meaning itself says these principles are the statements of fundamental truth. It is a fundamental truth. Why? Because it is been practiced, it has been experimented, then that is done a principle. So that will become a guidelines for you people while taking the decisions. Okay, before when you take kind of a decision, so that time you can refer to these principles, so it become helpful for you to take a good decisions. Okay, so this is what about the principles of management. Now, significance of principles of management. Now, what are the importance of principles of management? In that, the first point says providing managers with useful insights into reality. See, when it comes to the principles of management, provide the manager with useful insights into real world, add to their knowledge, ability and understanding of managerial situation and circumstances. See, when a manager, he will take a responsibility of managing the activity in the organization. When he start managing it out, he requires some kinds of insights into reality, some kind of a base is required, some kind of a principles which is required for him to take a decision. Whenever any kind of a situation comes, directly he is going to handle that kind of a situation. Before he handling the situation, he is going to see the principles regarding the what things are there. He is going to refer that. On that principles, he is going to apply the knowledge, he is going to put the ability, he try to understand it and he try to manage this situation. So for manager, these principles are like a guidelines which help him to take a good decisions. Okay, now you can give I can give the one example. According to one principles of management, division of work is divided into many small units. Now see, whenever you get a new project in the organization, in that project there will be multiple tasks will be there. You are going to divide that work into different people. Now what is this? This is called as a division of work. Now this division of work is one of the principles in the management. Whenever we get a project, whenever we get a new kind of a task in doing the tasks in performing in the organization, that time we are going to divide that work. Now this is called as a division of work. So this division of work is one of the base, one of the principles for the manager which help him to take decisions. Okay, now second point, optimum utilization of resources. As even you know that resources are very scarce, resources are very less. Okay, whatever the resources which we are having, we need to use it properly, then only we can use it, make definitely we can minimize the wastage and we can make the maximum benefit of that resources. Okay, now human and material resources are available with the companies are limited. They are very limited in nature. They have to be put in optimum use. We need to use it correctly. Okay, the resources should be used in such a manner that they should give a maximum benefit with minimum cost. This is very important. Resources are very limited. We need to use it properly so that we should get maximum benefit with the minimum cost. This is what about optimum utilization of resources. Okay, I can give a small example for this. Unity of command. Now unity of command is one of the principles. Now in this topic the many principles are that is what you are going to learn it out. Okay, now I can give the example. Unity of command. There should be only one boss for an employee at a time. In case there is more than one boss, the employee will not able to work properly. Now when it comes to unity of command, now what is the unity of command means? There should be one person who is called as a leader. There should not be multiple leaders or multiple leaders in the organization. There should be one leader for the one employee, so that under his direction they are going to work it out. Now this is what a principle. Under the one leadership, if they start working, they can minimize the resources with a minimum given amount of time. They can complete with the maximum benefit with a minimum cost. So unity of command is one of the example when it comes to optimum utilization of resources. Now third point is scientific decisions. Okay, now principles of management help in throughout decision making. They empathize. Logical management decisions are based on the objective assessment of the situation. Now scientific decision, whatever the decisions are there, those decisions will be in a scientific in nature. Scientific elements, they should be equitable to everyone. Okay, it should not discriminate anyone. It will take everyone into consideration. A fair decisions can be done. Now this principle itself says like that. Okay, the decisions, what the principles they have framed, they are equal to everyone. Okay, whatever the situation comes, scientifically they can manage the things in the organization according to situation. Okay, the next fourth point says meeting a changing environment requirement. As even you know, environment is not constant, it keeps on changing, but these principles, what it is been given, we can alter it or we can modify it according to based on the situation, but the common things remains the same, but to certain extent we can change it and we can apply according to the situation. Although the principles are in the nature of general guidelines, but they are modified as such, helps the manager to meet a changing requirement of the environment. Any kind of a changes come, we can alter it, we can modify it in the principles and we can manage it out. Okay, so I can give the example, the principles of unity of directions. This is very important. The directions, the how according to one directions they are going to work it out. In that direction, if anything we need to change it off also, we can adjust towards the situation. This is what about the principles. Okay, next fifth point is fulfilling the social responsibilities. The principles of management increases the efficiency of the managers and enable them to fulfill their social responsibility. More efficient managers can make good quality of product at reasonable price available all the times. Okay, already have explained in objectives of the management. Social responsibility. Now society play a very important role, like that in that principle, what the principle is already framed, in that principle they have taken social objective also into consideration. The social responsibility also you have taken into consideration. When you produce the good quality of product, when you sell at a reasonable price, so this is what about the it will fulfill the social responsibility. So that if you follow those principles are there, indirectly it will help you to fulfill the social responsibilities. Okay, next last point, management training, education and research. So when it comes to the training, education and research also, these management principles we are going to use. When we train to the employees, some basic things are required. Those base are like a principles. That principles, with the help of that we are going to train the employees. This is the first thing. And second is education. See, when it comes to education, if you see the courses like MBA or BBA, BCom, if you see these kind of a courses, here you are going to learn the principles. Whenever the situation comes, how you need to apply these principles towards that situation. Okay, and then research, which is given. Research in the sense what I hope you people have seen all the, now if you see the Tata company, Reliance company, many companies if you see where they have a separate department called research and development. In that research and development, these principles are developed and some of the new principles also applied there. Okay, so this is what about these principles will be applicable in training also, education and research. Okay, so we'll come to the next concept, that is nature of principles of management. So we'll start with the next concept, nature of principles of management, or it is also called as the features of principles of management. In that the first one says universally applicability. So when it comes to the point like universally applicability, now these principles are common to all the organization. It is applicable to large scale industries, small scale industries, medium scale industries, public sector, service sector, or any kind of organization where these principles are applied. But the only thing is about depending upon nature of organization, nature of activity, nature of organization, nature of activity, depending upon that they are going to apply how much to certain extent, how much they have to apply, they are going to apply according to the situation. But these principles are common for all the organization. That is what about universal applicability. The principles of management are intended to apply to all types of organization, business as well as non-business, small as well as large, public sector as well as private sector, manufacturing as well as service sector. However, the extent of their applicability would varies with the nature of organization. This is very important. According to their nature, according to nature of organization, size of organization, they are going to apply this principle. Okay, principle, business activity, scale of profession, and like this. So this is what about universal applicability. And the second point says general guidelines. Now see, these principles are a general guidelines for you to take a good, general guidelines for you to help in take a good decisions. Okay, now it is not like that. Now whenever any problem comes, if we apply this principle, we'll get completely 100% solved that problem. It is not like that. See, these are just like a general guidelines for you people. Whenever the problems come, just you can apply for it with any kind of a changes which you can do. So this is one of the general thing, general basic thing what it is there where you can apply it off. It is not completely 100% if we apply will solve, the problem will get solved. It is not like that, but it is like a general thing or general guidelines which help you to take a good kind of a decisions. Okay, the principles are guidelines to the action but do not provide ready-made solution to the managerial problems. Okay, it is not a ready-made solution for every problem. This is so because real business situations are very complex and dynamic. You can ask why these principles will not give 100%, may not give 100% result, but because the only thing is about the business situations are very complex in nature, very dynamic in nature. So it required a lot of analysis. It required lots of different tasks will be there. We need to work it out. So this is what about to work. These general guidelines will help you. Okay, and are a result of many factors. Okay, so this is what about in simple word. These are like a general things, general guidelines for you for making the decisions or to manage the situations. Okay. So the next one is formed by practice and experimentation. Now see, when it comes to these things, these principles are planned, implemented, they are analyzed, then it is been formed. So like that, when it comes to these principles, they are in real life, they have practiced it. After practicing it, they have experimented it. Then these principles are universally, they start applying it out. Okay, so the principles of management are formed by experience and collective wisdom of managers as well as experimentation. All together, a group of people, they have practiced it every day. They try to practice it out. They have experimented. Then they came up and they started telling that yes, these are the principles which will be applicable. Okay, so this is what these principles are practiced and experimented. The fourth one is flexible. Flexible means it's a comfortable. According to changing situation, we can modify the things, we can alter few kind of a things, we can make some kind of a changes and we can adjust towards it. Okay, the principles of management are not rigid. They are flexible and can be modified by the manager when the situation so demands. Whenever a new kind of a situation comes, this situation, it can be adjusted, it can be modified, or it can be changed according to our requirement, that we can manage it. Okay, so this is what about flexible. The next fifth point is mainly behavioral nature. See, when it comes to this management activity, what we do it, okay, this is all mainly a behavioral nature, because there will be n number of people will be there where all the behaviors are very important. These all kind of a behavior where we need to manage it out, everyone. Okay, so totally it's a behavioral nature. So management principles aims at influencing behavior of human being. Every human being, like employees, those will be there with different culture, different background, these people came, different behaviors will be there where we need to manage it out. To manage this, these kind of a guidelines will, this kind of a general guidelines will, these principles will help you. Okay, it is not that these principles do not pertain to things and phenomena at all. It is just a matter of empathizes. Moreover, principles enable a better understanding of a relationship between human and material resources in accomplishing the organization purpose. Okay, different employees will be there where different languages, culture, background, they will be coming, where we need to manage this thing. To manage this, these are the general guidelines which will help certain extent. It is not that 100% it is going to work on them, but at least to certain extent it can be worked, and it can be some general guidelines where we can make some kind of a changes, and we try to apply those things. With the help of that, whatever the organizational objectives are there, we can easily achieve it, and whatever the situation comes, easily this situation can be managed, because end of the day it's a relation between human and material resources, okay, in accomplishing the organization purpose. The sixth point, cause and effect relationship. It's purely and based on the cause and effect relationship. Okay, when which principles we apply, what will be that effect is, this is very important. This is what about cause and effect relationship. The principle tells us if a particular principle was applied in a particular situation, what would be its likely effect. This is very important. If particular principle we are going to apply for particular thing, what will be that effect? So this is what about cause and effect relationship. Principles of management assist manager in establishing this relationship, cause and effect, to some extent, and are therefore useful. In situation of emergency, it is desirable that someone takes charge and other just follow it up. The cause and effect, if an emergency situation comes, the next person who is going to is there, he will take a responsibility, and according to that people started following it. So this is what about cause and effect, we start applying it up. This particular principle we are going to apply to that particular kind of a situation, and the result, what effect will be there, we are going to analyze it up. So this is what about cause and effect relationship. These principles are purely based on the cause and effect relationship. The next is contingent. When it comes to contingent, the applications of principles of management are contingent. The applications of principles has to be changed as per the requirement. So when it comes to contingent, different in a different sectors, okay, different situations will be there in a different sectors, but according to changing situation, we need to adjust it, we need to modify it, we need to manage this kind of a situation. To manage that, these guidelines will definitely help you. Okay, one thing, for example, now see, when it comes to remuneration to the employees, we pay the remuneration according to what the government has said. For example, the government has said that 250 rupees per day we have to pay. This is what set it. Now suddenly if the government make the change 250 to it will increase to 300, we need to change our principles. So this is what the things are there. According to changing situation, we should alter it, we need to modify it, we try to manage the things. This is what about contingent. Okay, so these are all the features or the nature of principles of management. Okay, but when conclusion, see, okay, however describe the inherent quality and characteristics of management principle, it should be easy for you to appreciate the significance of the principles in managerial decision making. These are the principles will definitely help you in certain kind of a things where you can manage the activity, and it help you to make some kind of a decisions. What about conclusion? Okay, yes, the list of questions which I have given. Okay, so in the last class which I have taken, even I have asked the many questions, many people you have answered it forward. For that also I have replied it. Okay, now again in this topic I am going to say two questions which is there, which is very important. Okay, the first thing is what principles of management are not dash universal, flexible, absolute behavior. Okay, which is the correct option? You have to write it in a comment box and you can send it out. Okay, and the second is most important question, discuss the significance of principles of management by explaining any 4 points. If this question comes, it comes for 4 marks question, so 4 points you need to write it out. Okay, so what are those 4 points are there, you can write it in a comment and send it. Okay, thank you.